Hello GATE aspirants, welcome to part 7 of GATE General Aptitude series. Question 1. The volume of a sphere of diameter 1 unit is dash than the volume of a cube of side 1. Here comparative degree is used, so here less than is correct. Question 2. The unruly crowd demanded that the accused be dash without trial. Here be is used, after that third form of verb has to be used. So option A is correct, hanged. Question 3. Choose the statement where the underlined word is used correctly. A prone is a dried pulp. He was lying prone on the floor. People who eat a lot of fat are prone to heart disease. Prone has two meanings. First is likely to suffer from an unpleasant experience. So this third statement is correct. And prone also means lying flat, face downwards. So this second one is also correct. So here option D is correct. Question 4. Fact, if it rains, then the field is wet. Read the following statements. It rains, the field is not wet. The field is wet, it did not rain. So let us assume it rains means P and the field is wet is Q. So field is not wet means minus Q, negation of Q, and it did not rain means negation of P. Which of the following given below is not logically possible based on the given fact? Option A is if 3, that is if Q, then that implies negation of P. Then if 1, then 3, that means P implies Q. Then option C, P implies negation of Q and negation of Q implies negation of P. Now this is contraceptive of that particular logical statement. This is the original statement, so these are correct. This is also correct. So here the option which is not logically possible is this one, option C. Question number 5. A window is made up of a square portion and an equilateral triangle portion above it. The base of the triangular portion coincides with the upper side of the square. If the perimeter of the window is 6 meter, then the area of the window in meter square is. Let us assume this is the square part of the window above which an equilateral part is there. So all of them will be having same side. And it is given that the perimeter of this window is 6 meter. So such 5 faces are there. That means if I consider this to be x, then 5x is equal to 6. That means x is equal to 6 by 5. That is equal to 1.2. And now we have to calculate area of this window. Area contains two parts. One is square and one is equilateral triangle. Now area of square is side square, so that is 1.2 square plus area of equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 into side square. So that is 1.2 square. So this will be equal to 1.44 in bracket 1 plus root 3 by 4. And we know value of root 3 is 1.732. If you put that value in here, then this area comes out to be 2.06. So option B is correct. Question 6. Students taking an exam are divided into two groups, P and Q, such that each group has same number of students. Let it be N. The performance of each of the students in test was evaluated out of 200 marks. It was observed that the mean of group P was 105, while that of group Q was 85. The standard deviation of group P was 25, while that of group Q was 5. Assuming that the marks were distributed on normal distribution, which of the following statements will have the highest probability of being true? Option A, no student in group Q scored less marks than that of any student in group P. We cannot say that for sure. No student in group P scored less marks than that of any in group Q. That is also not true, because we cannot comment on individual scores. Only average values is given to us. Most students of group Q scored marks in a narrower range than students in group P. Here see, standard deviation is 5, here standard deviation is 25. So obviously students in group Q have scored in narrow region. So this is correct. The median, so option C is correct. The median of the marks of group P is 100. Question 7. A smart city integrates all modes of transport, uses clean energy, and promotes sustainable use of resources. It also uses technology to ensure safety and security of the city, something which critics argue which lead to surveillance state. Which of the following can be logically inferred from the above statement? Statement 1. All smart cities encourage the formation of surveillance states. They do not, because there are some critics who are arguing against it. Second, surveillance is an integral part of a smart city. It is not an integral part. It can be used for the security. Sustainability and surveillance go hand in hand in a smart city. No. There is a perception that smart cities promote surveillance. So yes, smart cities promote surveillance, but it is not an integral part. So here option C is correct. Next, find a missing sequence in the letter series. B, then F, H, L, and P. So B is second letter, F is sixth letter, H is eighth letter, 12, 14 and 16. So here the pattern is plus 4 and then plus 2. So here it is also plus 4, then plus 2, plus 2. So next letter will be corresponding to 20, that is T. Then plus 2 plus 2, that is V, X and Z. This is 22, 24 and 26. So here correct option is T, V, X, Z. Option C is correct. Question number 9. The binary operation is defined as, this is the binary operation, is equal to AB plus AB. Where A and B are any two real numbers, the value of the identity element for this operation defined as the number x such that A and this operation with x should give you A. But this operation will give us AX plus A plus X, that will be equal to A. That means A in bracket, A plus 1 in bracket X, this should be equal to 0. Now A is any random number, so it cannot be 0. This implies X should be 0. So option A is correct. Question number 10. Which of the following curves represent the function y is equal to ln mod of e raised to minus mod of sine of mod of x for mod of x less than 2 pi. Now let us consider this x is greater than 0. Then this mod of x will be x for this case. That means it will be e raised to mod of sine x. And this ln of e raised to function, we can remove it. So we can say that y is equal to mod of sine x. Now the function sine x looks like this. And if we are taking mod on both sides, then this function will look like this. Now furthermore, if x is less than 0, then what will happen? If x is less than 0, then mod of x will be minus of x. But then again, it will be equal to sine of minus of x. So that will be minus of sine x. But since we are taking mod, this will be equal to sine x only. So in both the cases, values are going to be positive only in this range, mod of x less than 2 pi. That means in the range minus 2 pi to 2 pi, all the values of y are going to be positive and it will be sine function on plus side. So here option C is correct. So these were all the questions from GATE 2016 paper. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Keep learning.